It's virtually impossible to find someone if you're not making an effort, if you are not becoming vulnerable. So, what she's telling me when she tells me about the toxic relationship is that she is scared. She is scared because she has, quote, failed before, and she doesn't want to put herself in that position again, that position of vulnerability. But the truth is, as scary as it is to be vulnerable, as scary as it is to open yourself up to a new person, the alternative is scarier. Hello and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love, the podcast. I am your host, Tina Shayani, and the head coach at T-Shay Coaching. If you are looking to attract a loving partner to build a relationship with that gets better with time, if you are looking to deepen your current relationship, or you just want to live a happier life, you are in the right place. Every week we will discuss a new topic that will bring you understanding, clarity, and the tools to become the best version of yourself, the happiest version of yourself. And let's jump right into this week's topic. And this week's topic is creating an environment to call love into your life. And this week's topic is inspired by a really special and lovely woman that I was chatting with on Instagram. She tells me that she is ready for love. She really wants to find someone. I said, okay, so what are you doing? How are you setting up your world in order to meet someone? She's like, well, I go to work in the morning and I come home and go to bed. So I said, well, how is this strategy working for you? And as you can guess, not so well. So she began to tell me a little bit about experiences that she's had some painful experiences with relationships and something that she called a toxic relationship. So what's going on here? How is she going to meet someone if she only goes to work where she's not going to meet anybody and then she comes home and goes to bed? So in this scenario, talk about setting up an environment to not meet someone. It's virtually impossible to find someone if you're not making an effort, if you are not becoming vulnerable. So what she's telling me when she tells me about the toxic relationship is that she is scared. She is scared because she has, quote, failed before, and she doesn't want to put herself in that position again, that position of vulnerability. But the truth is, as scary as it is to be vulnerable, as scary as it is to open yourself up to a new person, the alternative is scarier. What is the alternative? Not finding anyone, not meeting anybody new, not having that person next to you to sit on the couch and watch TV with, not to be by yourself, not opening the door to new experiences, not opening yourself up to new people, being solo indefinitely. That is so much scarier than being vulnerable. You cannot have a relationship without dating. That's the bottom line. But I hear this so often. Well, I really want to have someone. I don't want to be alone. I really want to have someone to love and someone who's going to love me back, but I just don't want to date. I don't want to do the swiping thing. I've been set up before. People just set me up with losers. I don't want to go out with losers. I've been to bars and it's just weird. All the weirdos are coming out. So look at the story that you're telling yourself and me. And you know who else is listening when you're telling your story? The universe is listening to you. And when you say, I don't want to be set up with weirdos, what are you? You're asking the universe for weirdos. So that is one thing that you're doing by talking about the weirdos. You're attracting the weirdos to yourself. The other thing is, who wants to go out with weirdos? Is there anybody that wants that? And when you set it up for yourself that way, talk about a motivation killer. If I tell you, hey, you want to go out with weirdos? Who's going to say yes? Nobody is going to say yes. Nobody wants to go out with weirdos. So when we frame it for ourselves that way, we are crushing our own motivation. We are crushing our own opportunity to meet somebody great. Why? Why do we do this to ourselves? And the other thing is, you are tuned in. So when you are tuned into this idea and this belief that I'm going to meet only weirdos, what happens is that we notice the weirdos more than the other ones. So when someone is normal, we almost don't even see them. We don't notice them because we are hyper focused on the weirdo and telling that story of like anytime someone has introduced me, it's been somebody weird. All the people when I go out are this and that and whatever. So we have made a judgment before even meeting someone. Everyone on the apps is whatever. So why would you do it if this is your belief? Of course, you're not going to have the motivation to do it. But in order to have a boyfriend, you must have a date. You must go out on dates in order to have a boyfriend. In order to get married, you need to have a boyfriend. You can't just sit and dream about finding the one and finding this magical love without doing what it takes to meet the people and to get there. And when I say create the environment that is conducive to love, is to clean up your thoughts. Your
Hey, I just have to pause for a second because if you're here, I know you're serious about making a change, and I want to help you do exactly that. I offer one-to-one coaching designed to give you the clarity, strategy, and confidence to take action and see real results. No more second guessing, no more feeling stuck. It's time to move forward with a plan that actually works and works quickly. And if you're looking for daily insights, live sessions, and exclusive content to keep you motivated, make sure you connect with me on Instagram and YouTube. Join my Facebook group, Journey to Lasting Love. But here's the thing, spots for my coaching fill up really fast and they're very limited in number because I work closely with my clients and get real results fast. So if you're ready to take the next step, don't wait. Head over to my website, tshaycoaching.com, and book an exploratory session for today. Let's see if this is the right fit for you. All right, let's jump back in.
thoughts, your values, your beliefs, the words that are coming out of your mouth. This is the environment that you live in. We live in the environment of our thoughts. And when our thoughts are negative and depressing and discouraging, we are going to be depressed, sad, and guess what else? Discouraged. We are not going to want to do the things that it takes to take us from the place that we are when we are to the place that we want to be, when we are constantly discouraging ourselves. Who would want to? If someone said to me, Tina, you know what? I want to go out to dinner tonight. I found this place, the food horrible. Why would I want to go? Why would I want to go? But if someone tells me, Tina, let's go out to dinner, and I say, okay, great. And I go and the food is horrible. That's an entirely different thing. I still went out. I still had, I put myself together. I had company. I was with someone. So the food was horrible. Okay. Not everything works out perfectly in life. And the same is with the date. So you go out, you try. If it turns out not to be for you, that's okay. We've talked about this many times. Most of the dates that you go on will not lead to anything. Not everyone that comes into our life experience is meant to stay. Very few, in fact, are meant to stay. Lots of times, people come into our lives to teach us a lesson, to prepare us for the one that's going to stay. And even that toxic relationship that you had, that was preparation for a good relationship. Because now that you have had that experience, you know exactly what it is that you don't want. And it is my hope that instead of being afraid of a new relationship, you can look at that bad relationship and see where you went wrong, what things you missed, what things did you ignore, how long did you stay when you knew that it was bad, and what does it mean? I'm going to define a toxic relationship by my definition. The toxic relationship is a relationship that started out good. And when it became apparent that this was not the right relationship for these two people, that these two people didn't stay together, when they were at a crossroads and they understood that this is not the right relationship for them, they stayed anyway. They continued a relationship that was not a good relationship. Instead of saying, you know what, this is not working out for us and walking away, they continued in a relationship that was not a good relationship. And that's what makes it toxic. It's like sitting with your, I don't know why this comes to mind, but sitting with your dead cat. Yeah, that beautiful cat that you loved is now rotting and it's toxic. So this is the same way. When a relationship is done, recognize that it's done. Because if you stay in that relationship, that's what leads to toxicity. And if we understand this, because walking away is one of the most difficult things for people, because they are so afraid of walking away from, quote, potential. Well, what if he gets better? Well, what if this? What if that? There is no what if. Look at what's in front of you. Understand that what is in front of you is the truth, and make your decision based not on potential, but based on what is in front of you at this very moment. The other reason why people stay in bad relationships is because they think that this person that I know with their flaws and whatever else is better than someone that I don't know. It's the devil that you know versus the devil that you don't know. But if you let go of the devil that you know, maybe you can find your angel. But you have to let go of a dead relationship so that it does not become toxic. But once you have been in that really toxic relationship, now you are in a place that you can understand what is for you and what is not for you. So then you will, it's like having a marker to understand when it's time to walk away. And just that information that you got from that bad relationship is priceless to your growth, to your health, and to your life and to your progress. But it's all about what, how you interpret that toxic relationship for yourself. You can interpret it in a way that this is the only thing that's going to keep happening to me over and over again. What if it happens again? Or you can say, I have had that experience and I have learned from it. The next time that I see these features, I'm going to know, I'm going to understand the messages and I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to stay if this, and this happens. If someone treats me with disrespect, I'm not going to stay. So if you learn the lesson, that terrible experience can be very empowering. And once you're empowered, I have some really good news for you. You will never again be in that toxic relationship because now you know better. You will never again allow yourself to be treated poorly. And when you don't allow it, people don't do it. It is such an amazing thing. We all different people differently. Our level of respect for different people is different. And why do you think that is? The people that will take it get stepped on more. That's just human nature. I wish that it was different, but it's not. But when we know that, we can act accordingly. And I'm not saying to be a harsh person and not make any compromises and not be kind, but you know the difference between cutting someone slack, a little slack, and being a little extra kind to them. There is a big difference between that and being disrespected. There's a big difference between compromising and getting stepped on. So it, and I want to say to you that it's not even a fine line. And we all know the difference, but we have the voice of fear in our ear. And that voice lies to us and it convinces us to compromise ourselves, our integrity, and stay in relationships that we know are not for us. And when we stay, that's what leads to toxicity. But when we know, when we have the knowledge, everything will be different moving forward. And it's not anything you have to do. It's really just understanding what went wrong, what the turning point was when you should have walked away. And now you are armed with this knowledge and the universe will test you. You will find yourself again and again in the same situation, but now you will be different. And once you do something differently, your point of attraction changes and something different can then enter your experience. And it may take a few lessons for you to get to the point that you are ready to meet that person, that you are going to build a lasting relationship with, that person that you can count on, that person that will be there for you, and that you can build a deeper love, that day by day, month by month, year by year, your love grows. So I hope that this makes sense as to how to create an environment for love to grow. That environment is ourselves, our thoughts, our words, and those two things, our thoughts and our words, lead to our actions. And the things that we do create our life experience. But all of these things go together. So if you say to yourself, wow, someone wants to introduce me to someone, I'm so excited to meet somebody new, right? How does that feel as opposed to, every time somebody introduces me or sets me up, they set me up with some weirdo? Doesn't it feel better to go on the first date? And if it turns out to be not so great, if he turns out to be a weirdo, so what? What did you lose? You lost absolutely nothing. But what you gained was an experience. You tried, and that is something to celebrate. Instead of beating yourself up for having a bad date, give yourself credit for trying. You know, I was talking to my daughter, Raquel, and she started going to Pilates classes regularly, like 3, 4 months ago. And when she first started going, she would call me and say, "Oh, mom, I'm so uncoordinated. It's this, it's that." And then yesterday, after a few months, she called me to say, "I'm getting stronger. And now I'm able to do everything that the instructor wants of me. And soon I can take it to the next level." If on that first day she had said, "Oh, I'm so uncoordinated," and every time she wanted to go to class, she said to herself, "But I'm so uncoordinated," would she have ever gotten to the point that she is now? Absolutely not. It's not, the dating applies the same principle. We are not all going to be great at dating. It's a practice like everything else. Interacting with other human beings takes practice. So we can beat ourselves up for it, or we can learn to be better at it. We can learn from when we fell off the Pilates machine to be a little bit different next time. So each date that you go on is not going to lead to love and marriage and children and whatever else, but it is an opportunity to learn something about other people, yourself, and your mindset. Our mind is the most powerful thing that is working for or against us. So the opportunity is yours and the choice is yours. Do you want to set up your life in a way that you are working against yourself? Or do you want to be your own advocate? Do you want to give yourself the most opportunity, or do you want to kill your spirit before it has a chance to walk out the door? So I want to invite you to clean up your mindset. Look at how you are interacting with the world. Stop expecting the worst. Stop hiding out of fear of failure. Failure in every area of life is normal, is normal. Don't beat yourself up for making a mistake. Instead of beating yourself up, learn from it so that you can move forward. And that is where your power lies. Our power lies in what we learn from our failures. It's not really a failure. There are so many things in the world, so many inventions that were failures, but I don't know why this comes to mind. Silly putty was supposed to be some kind of glue or whatever. So instead of throwing it in the garbage and saying I failed, the inventor of silly putty looked at it and said, what can I make from this? And turned it into a multi-million-dollar toy that's silly putty that people love. So it's a matter of what you turn your failure into. And you have the opportunity to turn your failure into an empowering lesson. You have the power to be able to recognize that thing that you missed before. The next time it comes up, you will see it, but only if you take the time to really understand what happened. Then the next time you're in that situation, you will not make the same mistake again. You will walk away before it has the opportunity to turn toxic. And when things are good, you will also have the ability to recognize that a special person you will be able to recognize, and you will be able to see those persons and disregard the weirdos, because right now so many people are doing it the opposite way. They're disregarding the good ones and they're putting their focus on the weirdos. And let's change that. We have the power to do that. I hope that this gave you some insight. I hope that this was helpful to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and DM me. I know a lot of you are private and you don't want to say things publicly. So send me a private message. That's always good. And that is our show for this week.
Thank you so much for being here. If this resonates with you, don't let the journey stop here. Let's keep the conversation going. Follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Join my Facebook group, Journey to Lasting Love, for daily insights, live discussions, and exclusive content designed to help you grow and thrive. But if you're truly ready to create real change in your life, nothing beats personalized support. My one-to-one coaching is designed to help you break through barriers, gain clarity, take action with confidence. Imagine where you could be in just a few weeks from now. Spots are extremely limited, so don't wait. Head over to my website, tshaycoaching.com, and schedule an exploratory session, and let's see if this is the right fit for you. Your next Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an update. I can't wait to connect with you. See you soon.